Okay, so we're up and started. So anyway, started out the stream with the music of Imperius, and really,
It looks pretty much as you'd expect.
The table is made of solid walnut and fills most of this part of the wagon.
Oh, can you
Where on the finish it tells you that it has been used for many readings before yours. Oh, or at least for takeout Chinese food.
Okay, can you do an alt tab real quick? Just get my chat box. See the little kitty right here? Click on that. You can put it over here if you want, or what? Just leave it up. Leave it up like that. I don't care, because I can't see it if you. No, you don't want to move it over. Here, can I take it? We take the reins so you can play the game. See, like that. Then if I want any anything like that, now you can. All right, we're on Request for Glory. Serena, how was your night? Tell me about it. What were you up to? How you feeling?
Speaking of that name, I watched a playthrough of the second Sierra Online game, Wizard and the Princess, which is sometimes called Adventures in Serenia. And that name, of course, was then used again in Quest for King's Quest
It doesn't
5.
say much.
See?
You don't need the clay pot
Is
for
that
anything?
where you got your nickname, your Twitch name from, Serenia? It was from the Princess and the Wizard?
Wizard and the Princess.
Wizard
Now,
and the
you
Princess?
listen to the words of an old gypsy fortune teller. You will initiate this reading of the cards. The shuffling and cutting attunes the cards to those vibrations which surround you. You do not control the cards, nor do I. It is the cards which show what they choose to show. I will reveal to you the meanings of the cards. It is up to you to interpret how they affect you. You may reveal the first card. The first card is the significator. It is the symbol of the subject of the reading. This is the Knight of Swords. This card represents a person who is courageous and skilled. This is one who holds the ideal of chivalry and goodness. One who is willing to face death gladly, to uphold what he knows is right and
This most
true.
likely means it's
This
talking about
card
the main
clearly
character.
represents you,
Yep,
and
because
therefore
he's a paladin.
this reading is about you. The cards which surround the significator represent the influences which affect your current situation. This next card represents something from the distant past which is relevant to the here and now.
Okay,
Turn over this card and reveal the influence of your past.
I just want to pull it up. There's chat under here and I can't see it because it's okay. So you feel frustrated. You got banned from a cookie clicker stream for saying that you find the path of exile boring, and the guys add that that you're sick the happiness of people. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I guess that you don't want to go back there anywhere then. I mean, if someone doesn't, I mean,
This card is the High
we don't
Priestess.
all agree with
It is
each other.
inverted, which means the meanings too are turned upside down. The High Priestess is some woman of your past. She is a person of selfishness and passion. Someone who seems to be very powerful, but her knowledge is limited by her own conceit. Turn over the next card to reveal more of this individual.
The thing that makes this kind of
you have a pillow
interesting,
or something?
the thing that kind of makes this interesting is sometimes trying to guess who certain characters are, and there could be multiple ideas. I think this one represents Katrina.
Oh, I can see that. Try that. See if so you're not leaning all the way back out at the screen.
The Four of
You're actually too
Coins.
close.
Now that is the card of the miser. This woman of your past has power, but uses it selfishly. This is a person who cares only of her own needs and wants, and does not care what she does or how she influences others.
Okay, Cherry Pie. So you're doing some fast
This
shopping and
person
we'll be right back.
is one who,
All right.
as long as you
No
satisfy
problem.
her needs and
Hi,
vanity,
Jerry.
will be willing to aid you, providing it does not
He's not a
require
morning
any amount of
person.
effort on her part. However, if you act against her, her vengeance will be swift and violent.
With whips and chains
This
and
is
leather.
not a person to disregard, and she plays
Yes.
an important part in the events around you.
I do.
Reveal the next card.
It's 10
Something
o'clock
of
in
the more
morning.
recent
You talk about whips and
past,
chains
which has
and,
consequences in the
Gangleberg.
present.
Nipple clamps.
And nip clamps. Is that going on in this
This is
game?
the inverted
That's Lisa
king of
Sinclair.
coins. This is an old and vicious man, someone who is willing to use any means to attain his desires. Someone
Okay,
who is
yeah, this one is
dangerous
clear who
and
this is.
cannot be trusted or
Not
underestimated.
to me.
No. you haven't
Reveal
met
the
that
next card
haven't
that we may learn
seen
more of this
person. The
person.
person that they're talking about in
So
this game.
in the guise of someone who's never played the game is watching, it's not that clear.
No. So that's
Okay.
why I said, like, even sometimes going back and having to go through some of these. And you can do multiple readings, which is kind of interesting. If you move through this real quickly, you don't get as many readings. But there's times that if you keep coming back, there can be new readings.
Really? Well, that's interesting. Like Phantasmagoria, where there was
The devil.
the creepy blonde
This is
lady
indeed an
with the one
ill
card.
omen. This person is influenced by black magic, a man of power and dark desires. Yet the devil is a sign of bondage and subservience, and this person has faced unexpected failure of some sort.
Yep.
Well,
This
how
is
accurate
someone
are
of
these tarot
great
cards
evil,
to-
someone
I'd
who
have to, I
cannot
guess,
be
sign up
trusted.
in the arts.
This
would
is one
tell
who'll
us.
bear you ill will, yet is somehow prevented from harming you or gaining his revenge. For now.
There has to
Should
be
he
some
gain
type
his
of
freedom,
research.
this man
The
would seek
design
to
of the
destroy
cards
all which
are-
stands between
are
his
legitimately
goals
made, because
and
if you look in, like, the
himself.
credits, it
Turn over
mentions-
the next card to reveal a surrounding
Like
influence.
they went to.
It was like this. You know, I'd have to. Let's see.
So what we're doing is he's showing me, here we go, the
Illustration.
illustration of the Russian tarot of St. Petersburg deck, reproduced by permission of the U.S. Game Systems. So the cards that they're using are accurately portrayed. Whether or not she's interpreting them is correctly, or if they are, you know, maybe they had to use the expertise of an actual tarot card reader in order to make sure that they understand. Just because a death card doesn't always mean death. I mean, someone who's naive and doesn't understand the tarot cards could easily think, oh, I'm going to die because I got the death card. But that's not exactly,
Oh, Stanford.
it's not exactly what it is. Let's go back to the
It's
game.
word for a place I think they were based out of Stanford.
Well, that would have been nice just to be able to click back in. Go back! But, you know, it was to be in the time when...
The Queen of Cups. Again, there is a female influencing your present. This is a woman of wisdom and love. She is kind, generous, and virtuous.
she's me.
Let us see what next the cards reveal of this person.
Go get me a cookie.
If you smile and you're nice to the stream...
She's not virtuous or kind.
See, I'm virtuous and kind, but the thing is, he's old cranky pants over here. So
I want to start loving. She gets up too early.
All right.
Mornings are suckers.
10:30. It's 10:30.
It's not even 10:30.
All right, it's 4 minutes till 10:30.
You won't get
The
me a cookie
star.
online. You can't even tell
It
the
is a
time.
symbol
what
of
do you want,
hope
cookie?
and
What do you want,
spiritual
peppermint?
No,
influence.
I just want to see if you
This
get
is a
something
woman in
else.
Well-
touch with her
Generous.
magical nature.
I'm gonna
She
get you a
is
cookie if you
gentle
tell me what
and
kind.
loving,
I
yet
pull
there
a
is
cookie
great
out of my ass.
strength within.
I wouldn't want that one.
This is a
want that
woman
one
who
either.
generates hope and help through her actions. The next card reveals the overriding influence upon the future.
So these two figures here, you'll
More unicorn. Exactly. I told him about the screw unicorn. That was disturbing in so many levels.
So I think these two, you'll see them in Quest for Glory 5 as well. So this one you don't really get to know about until late in the game. This one you've met. This one you haven't seen yet.
Okay. How many card readings? I thought you only get like 5 cards or something
Ah,
like
the
that.
Queen of Swords. She
Well,
is a
no, I
woman
guess we
of
have
wit
8 cards.
and skill.
Or I
Yet
don't know. We have
she
more than
has
that. I don't
suffered
know.
through
How many
terrible
cards?
hardship, and she is marked by her suffering.
I'm gonna get myself a cookie.
Oh, she faces her sorrows bravely, but with a deep, deep loneliness. The next card will tell us more about her.
Peppermint bark.
The moon. It is the card of deception. This woman is a deceiver, or is deceived by her own beliefs. This card also reveals the magical nature of the woman. This is the strength which sustains her. Oh, she is either surrounded by false friends or seeks to betray you herself. She is the victim or the villainess.
You take a pick.
The final card
victim?
will reveal the influence which will most affect you.
I
Okay.
think this might be the Zolka. That's about the best I can think of there.
So each one of the cards signifies a different player in the Quest for Glory 4.
The void.
The Void.
About this card, I will not
Yes.
speak. I must meditate upon its meaning.
Yeah.
This tableau shows the influences surrounding you.
Dark One.
These people will affect your life for weal or for woe.
Whoa.
Yo.
It is up to you to determine how and what effect they will have upon you.
Luca.
That is all that the cards and I can reveal at this time.
All right. Back to the lady.
Make what you will of your fortune. I will speak no more of it.
You want to read his fortune?
Okay, helping Zolka.
The Rusalka of the lake near here has been dead for many, many years. You cannot bring her back to life, but you can free her spirit.
Oh, darn. See, that could
Our
have been your
legends
babe.
tell of the way to free the spirit of
She only
one
had green hair.
who was
She could have
murdered.
dealt with that.
First, she must know who she was and remember how she died. Then you must take the hair of the dead woman and weave it into a broom. You beat the broom
Chad with
3
the broom.
times
Got
upon
it.
the murderer's grave, and he will come forth. This act can be very dangerous. Now, if the ghost of the murderer rises, it will attack you. So you must be ready to destroy it. The last thing you must do is to give the spirit that which she truly desires.
Oh, boy.
Then, at last, her spirit will be freed,
She wants a
and
little
she will
Ewen.
rest.
In some ways, it's she just wants. You like to say everybody wants a hug, but then you find out, well, not everybody's touchy-feely.
We are the roving people, the chinkers and traders and tellers of fortunes. We are the dancers in the night and the music in the wilderness. We are the untamed ones who live only by our own rules. We own no land, and no land owns us. The world is ours for the travel.
Yeah, but you're trapped here now. Ah.
Good point.
This valley has always been a nexus of power. Magic is very strong here. My people for generations come here to renew and strengthen their ties to the mystical ways. My dear, we are not the only ones drawn by this power. The magician Irana created a magical refuge here. Others, more dark, were drawn here as well. Oh, be wary and watchful at all times here. The magic of this land has become twisted, and there are many dangers around you. Oh,
It is not safe to go alone. Zelda.
Irana was a powerful magician who came from this area. There is a garden in the forest which she created. Oh, it is such a place of safety for all who visit there. It is said that her final resting place is near here as well. Her staff stands in the town and protects those within the walls from outside harm. There are many places and things of magic around here, and I am certain you will come across.
I see
Zelda's
aroma
dreams.
challenging.
Click. Support.
Don't touch. Do you have any idea
Be
how
part of
hard it
Steam.
is to get the odor of garlic off your hands? Besides, these braids belong to the gypsies.
Thank you. Yes, I was on yesterday. I did Leisure Suit Larry. We had some real interesting moments there. And so we're definitely back to do it again. Sunday brunch with Eden Waith and myself.
You say goodbye.
You have any great plans?
Ah, you weary of talk.
You
Good.
oh, it's
You are
funny.
a guest with us tonight. Let us join the others for
The puzzles
food,
get a little
drink,
bit
and
icky
dance,
sticky,
huh?
but it's
Something
I
about a
hope you will
unicorn.
enjoy
Something
the
about a unicorn.
hospitality of my people.
You spend the evening
Just grocery
in the
shopping,
joyful
huh?
company of the gypsies.
That's what Cherry Pie's doing too. She's off grocery
The
shopping.
gypsies seem to have gone all out to make you welcome in their camp. You've eaten a rich, spicy stew with no garlic, with fresh bread and plenty to drink. Now
Do you
it's
have a
time
thing
to
against
relax and enjoy.
No, it's just nice to have something without garlic for a change.
Yes, and that girl dancing around the
Come,
fire.
is she not beautiful? Ah, why do you
See?
hesitate?
Why do you
Go, join in the
hesitate?
dance.
Join in the dance. See, he even gave permission to go join in the dance, so let's
His
go
wife,
dance,
too,
huh?
so-
Oh, that's his wife. Oh, well, progressive polyness. Oh, well, she just became a dog.
After hours of carousing with the gypsy wolves, you find yourself curling up into a comfortable position near the fire pit and sinking into a deep and dreamless sleep.
No haunting tonight.
No, yeah, I mean, so if you were in your bed, you would get some kind of nightmare. If you're in the
Sometimes.
middle of town, you get a nightmare. You have people like lurking over your bed, staring at you. So,
I had a vision of you again last night. I saw you walking by a lake. A woman rose from it and reached for you. I tried to yell to you, "Beware, Rusalka!" But you could not hear.
You're gonna have
Yet
to
you
go, like,
kneeled
another 10
beside the
minutes with her.
lake and spoke and laughed with her. I was amazed, for even the things of the dead can call you friend.
well,
I do not
alright.
know the meaning of this. I only know that I dreamt true. You are a most remarkable man.
Yes, and so you can get in my remarkable bed. Show me how remarkable you are.
You tell about some of your adventures.
Ah, you tell strange stories, but I can sense that you speak true. You have lived
thought we were
the
done
most
talking to her.
exciting life. I do not think this valley will be the same when you leave.
Probably a few blonde kids running around somewhere.
There's not many women around, so
Well, there's the woman that turned into a wolf, but that is
It
his
is
wife,
a real
right?
pleasure to speak with you again.
They have a young daughter.
however we can try to touch Magda.
Oh, if I were younger, I would welcome your touch and all that it promises. But
See?
now I must
Look at that.
remain aloof and free to see your future.
If she was young. Are we going through him now?
Let's talk to the dancer.
Ah, the one who danced with you upon your last visit? The one who is lovely, lively,
And has a handful.
more than a handful? She is my
She
mate,
bites.
and we wolves mate
And
for
scratches.
life. Ah, I am well and happy to see you again, my friend. I have run in this forest for many years, and I know my way around. The forest is a very different place at night. It is a very dangerous place to travel if you are not a wolf.
Hey, chicken, what?
Last night we were hunting far to
He
the
tried
south.
to talk to you.
Heard a voice call out a command. Bushes
He's all business
disappear.
in the back here.
The voice had the fur on the
Stop
nape
saying
of my
that.
neck
It's
up
all
on end, so I did not investigate further. Hunting in Mordavia is always an interesting experience.
Or something dumb like that.
No, but it's just that you keep clicking. Anyway, how did you like your game? The one I was watching you play. I'm trying to think. If we did, I would maybe do a shout out. You shout out, chicken.
Hey, chicken!
That's not what I meant. Dead cells. Thank you. That's your shout out, chicken.
I have always
That's when you
had
put
dreams and
Inuit in
visions.
charge of the
Some of
computer,
these are true
the keyboard,
events.
and the
Some are
mod.
only what could be true. These visions are, like most dreams,
We'll make him a
clouded in
stream.
mists. Their meanings, too, are
Thanks for
very
the shout-out.
shadowy. If you wish to learn of your
No.
future, allow me to look into the cards.
Oh, now
You
so
have
to pay
only
a
to
crown.
give me a crown,
did before.
and I will give you a
you paid
reading.
before? I
huh?
thought they were going to give us a handy for the fact that we saved her
Many are
friend.
the kinds of the dead which do not rest. Some are harmless, some most helpful, but most are extremely dangerous.
Really?
Some, like the Rusalki, are victims of crimes. Others, like the Wraiths, are the spirits of criminals who cannot rest. But most powerful and fearsome of all are the Nosferatu, the vampires.
Okay, hang on just a second. So Dead Cells is super fast paced and has endless replayability. I wish I could play some other game, Sans Dream, but I lose viewership because of it. And see, that's the thing. If you promise them, games on stream, right? I get that. Believe me, I get it. It's a challenge. I talk to any streamer, and it's a challenge. I mean, Jerry Pie tried to play something different, and the same thing happened. They kept coming back to, when are you going to play Assassin's Creed Origin and stuff like that, and kind of forced her to play it, even though she really wanted to be done with it, and it's just that you control your stream, and if you want to play a different game, there's the give and take of it both. You know what I mean, sir? I have the same problem. I have people who think all I play is retro, and that's not true. And I'll prove it. I'll play a fighting game, and so, what kind of game would you want to play if you were afraid? You can't think of it as losing the viewership. You have to think of it as gaining another facet.
They retain their
See, I think I'm going to build a regular viewership and then move on to things I
want.
want. As long as the
There is
people
said
who
to
are
be a
your
Rusalka in the
foundation,
lake to the I have heard tales
are
that
supportive of that
Rusalka
as
may
well,
be tamed
you
through
know?
kindness, but I have never heard of anyone actually trying such a thing. Oh no.
Okay. So games like Banner Saga, I guess, but that's too much reading. And that's the other thing. That's the other thing I look for myself. I look for how much reading can I do in a stream, and how long can I go? And lately, I don't think I could probably do that much reading because I've been letting games do the talking for me. And all of a sudden, I'll have a game that I got to do the reading on, and then be like, "Whoa, I wonder if I really want to play this or not," you know. But if they're your true foundation, I have a handful. I'd say probably about 10 true foundational people who come in all the time. They don't always participate. Sometimes they lurk, but they like the games that I play. And it isn't, and they don't look at me and think, "Oh, Mel's a retro. That's all she can do." They look at me and they think about the variety. And I pulled out even the sound clips because now the stream sounds, to me, it sounds kind of quieter because they took away our ability. They didn't take away, they took away my sound clips because of the new rules. So I have to compensate some other way.
A wraith is a spirit who cannot rest because of greed.
You want to say something?
They refuse to leave behind their
I think this is
possessions.
one of the cases where
and
Magda's
so
voice was voiced
hunt
by
the
someone else.
sight of those objects.
Oh.
If you travel by night, you sometimes can see a mound of rocks where no rocks were by daylight. This is the burial mound of a wraith. Avoid it, for the wraith will try to draw their life from you if you get too close.
Okay, so even if, wait, we can't have sound clips. That's not true. You can have sound clips. They have to be sound clips that either, you're out of the screen, by the way, but where you're sitting. They either have to be sound clips that are your own sound clips, or you have to have permission from the author to use them. Or but so like mainstream songs, like for you, I had Bohemian Rhapsody, I had the Chickens. Those are considered owned property, copyright. And I was doing like 20 some seconds, or even like 10 seconds long, and I was like, but they said Annie, and Twitch and like some big letter about it. So. And they said they were going to start cracking down on people who abused it. So I don't want any problems. So I'm just trying to find my own unique stuff and go out to royalty-free sites and try to find things that are, that are acceptable. Yes, so that's why when you came in, can you do it all the time? That's why when you came in, I had no sound clips for you because that was one that fell under the royalty issue. So, but we do have like my instance and stuff. That's not that's free. It's available out on your on the computer, so we can use those. But then you have to go away from your game and press the button and stuff, and it won't work for like say somebody coming in, into your stream, like I was doing. So a lot of those, once again, you're out of the screen. He's like, I don't care.
A wraith
Am I
is
in
a
the screen?
spirit who cannot rest
Or
If
laugh
you
my head out
travel-
too. So anyway, yeah. So then I had to redo my whole beginning, and so I worked with a local band called Imperius out of Illinois, and they gave me rights to use their songs. They're a metal band, so they gave me the rights to use the songs. So I have the Crazy Train, and the song is Driven by Madness. So it's kind of, it works really well with it. Go ahead.
The Nosferatu, the undead which feed upon the blood of living things. If a man is drained unto death by a vampire, he will rise from his grave as a revenant, hungering for the taste of human flesh. If a vampire shares its own blood with its victim, the victim will rise from the grave as a slave of its vampire creator. It too too will be a vampire, but it must obey the commands of its master and cannot harm its master directly. Sometimes the sharer of vampire blood is not drained entirely by the master vampire. Thus, he can continue to live until struck down by a natural death. Then he will rise from his grave.
Ah. Okay.
I am the leader of this pack, and I wish I could lead them from this valley. I have had troubled dreams of late, and the game is getting scarce in this area.
Why can't they leave?
Because the swamp closed off the path out of the valley.
Oh, okay. So until we get... So for them, we also need to get the swamp fixed. Right?
Sort of.
Okay.
I have always had dreams and visions. Some of these are true events. Some are only what could be true. These visions are, like most dreams, clouded in mists. Their meanings, too, are very shadowy.
Shadowy.
If you wish to learn of your future, allow me to look into the cards. You have only to give me a crown, and I will
Hint,
give you
again?
a reading, huh?
Talk about a salesperson.
The old rulers of this land, the boyars of the castle, were the Borgov family. They ruled this land for as long as my people remember. The last boyar was a strange man, so it is said. What became of him, I do not know. Only that the son left the valley in shame and horror. When
you
we
might
heard
know, but the
rumors
game
that
people will. We
Borgov
don't know.
Castle was
I don't
again inhabited, we brought our wagons to Mordavia. We thought perhaps the old boyar's son had returned, and we could trade with him again. We met with the gatekeeper, who said that the Borgov family
Kiva.
was dead. Oh, the castle was now owned by a distant cousin who promised to protect this valley as a true boyar. So we did some trading with the gatekeeper, but never saw signs of this Borgov cousin. Soon after this, the rain started to fall, and we were trapped here.
Ah.
You say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Farewell. Perhaps another time I will read your future for a coin.
Yes, I'm sure you will. People have been begging us for coins. So we gotta
This
go talk
window
to the
looks
woman.
into the kitchen area.
Ducky, ducky, ducky. Lots of ducky. There we go. Now we're moving. Feel like we've been here for a week. Have we been there for like a week? Hello, Kitty. How you doing? How you feeling? Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. How did Destiny go for you?
Destiny. Destiny. No, escape. Destiny.
Hello, Mux. How you doing? I'm gonna scooch you over just a little bit, please, so you can get in the camera view. Hey, hey! Hello, Mux. How's it going? How's Oh, you were playing No Man's Sky. Ooh, good game. I thought it was Destiny, but that was yesterday. So, No Man's Sky. How
You're
did that
in the
go for
northern
you?
part.
We are just playing Quest for Glory 4. Has
Here
anything...
lies Janos, faithful forever to his lost true love, laid beside her empty grave.
Okay, this is the Rizolka's true love.
This gravestone is marked, no effort could Elissa save. She passed into a watery grave. Her body was lost, only her memory remains.
And the memory remains. A very piss poor attempt at Metallica.
Beat it.
That didn't do anything useful. You dust yourself off with the broom.
Dust my broom.
That didn't do anything. That didn't...
No hurry. They'll put you in one of those in good time.
Uh-huh. Yes, don't hurry on that on our account.
You start to climb the old oak tree.
So did she have any fun and interesting things happen, Mux, on
You
No
start to-
Man's Sky? Is that multiplayer by the chance?
You
No
start to
Man's Sky
climb
was
the
good,
old
just a
oak.
chill screen. Oh yeah, I was wondering, how are you feeling? You said you weren't feeling well. Are you starting to get sick, or what's going on? You died once. You died in my permadeath, so restarted on survival. Okay, tell me about the ways. I want to know what. How did she die? And was it an expected death, or was it a oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that kind of death? A dun dun dun. I can't get to my sound effects unless
You're
I
in
take
the
the screen away from Edenway, who's busy clicking. Fall damage, claimed another victim. He fell. Oh no.
Fall damage, is that like when leaves fall off the trees?
No, you dork. That's when you accidentally fall off a cliff or something. You know, you're walking off the side. This looks like a nice place to visit. Ah!
Sounds like a nice
Permadeath.
King's Quest
Your magical
Master
lasso.
problem.
It sounds like when you're climbing the mountains in Zelda. Or no, Zelda's pretty good about Skyrim.
Well, you normally have your probably
Oh.
that too. But normally in Zelda you have your paraglider.
Yes.
So as long as you use
pull
that,
it
you're
out.
fine,
You
but-
typically wouldn't die. Yeah, I think my body's trying to find something off. You were trying to dig a hole out. Oh no! I was thinking of a time when I took my horse in Skyrim and I went up the mountainside with my horse, which was probably, in retrospect, not the best idea. And we decided to take a flying leap off the mountainside. That was actually permanent. I mean, that was it was permadeath, and it was intentional. So,
You cast the aura spell.
but okay, so
A gentle glow.
trying to dig a hole, but it kept bugging and saying I was
You have to
inside.
stand
It must have been under the building or a ruin. So when I backed up a little to get my gun to come back out, I took damage and fell. And even though I was only like probably half my high for a drop, it was weird. It sounds weird. So you died. It was just like, it's like a King's Quest thing, you know, when the guy's walking along the stones and he falls off, like, and there's only a drop like maybe yay high, you know, and oh, but man. And of course, that's probably the time you were carrying like 1 million inventories and nothing
You
saved.
don't really
you know?
need any
Not
swamp
that
money.
happened to you, but that's what it usually happens to me. Fun stuff.
Your aura has evaporated.
Your aura has evaporated. That
You sense moderately.
well, it was permadeath mode, so the game deleted itself. Yep, definitely. Okay, gonna go get ready for the
You
grocery
slowly-
store. Nice. This is see you all in a bit. Okay, chicken. Thank
You
you so much
slow-
for stopping in, saying hi, and also
A huge tree.
good luck
looked-
at the grocery store.
tree
Always
feels
fun.
like-
Always fun. Always good to see you. That rock is inappropriate. I know. It's terrible, isn't it? And it's decorated. It's a very fancy looking. I don't know what the word is. Statue. Do you have a $50 budget? Good luck with that. Hopefully that you can stick right with that budget. Get what you need. And it's not even, I know, and it's not that type of
cost-
game, but there is a naked woman in the swamp there, Mux. There's a lot of symbolism in this game. That's rather questionable at best. Game developers, young with young men that had or women, maybe Roberta Williams had something to do with that.
She wasn't part of this.
She wasn't part of this one. Okay, gonna be AFK for a while, gonna lurk. Okay, kitty, I hope you feel better and everything. Yes, they do like to sneak random things in the stuff, and the
Your order
phrase
has
sounds
evaporated.
worse, but it's true.
You have a strange,
Oh, see?
disquieting feeling
This
along
is
with a
our-
sense of
this is-
sorrow,
this is
longing,
our
and unfulfilled
startling
desires
moment.
as you near the lake. The briny lake seems to draw you towards it.
And here she is.
Hello. Have you
Here
learned
we
anything
are.
while you were gone?
Yes, I have.
Tell
I've
the
learned
Rusalka
that
her
you can
true
move your
name.
hair.
Alyssa. Yes, that was my name. I'm starting to remember things now.
Ah, are
I
you?
was going to be married.
See what I mean,
My
Bucks?
fiance and I came
It's
down to the
not that
lake for an
kind of
evening
game.
swim. We were skinny dipping, actually. And
Which
then
is
he
why
wanted to.
she's naked.
Well, you know, but I wouldn't. So he drowned me. He always did have a low frustration point. That's how I became a Rusalka.
Oh, so he wanted to do more?
Yeah, more than swimming.
More than swimming. Which is why she's naked in the water. Okay. That was awkward.
You lean forward to kiss the beautiful lake.
Many a young man who played the game,
No.
Mux.
My lips are as the watery brine. My breath is of the sea. If you should kiss these cold clay lips, your death would surely be.
You decide that perhaps remaining just good friends isn't such a bad idea after all.
Very true. Mm-mm. Very, very true. But this is the last time we're going to see her, right? We're going to fix her.
So what else did you learn about healing me? I am kind of curious.
Aren't you kind of cold?
You're going to sweep the grave of my fiancé with my hair in a broom? Won't that make him mad or something? You'd better be careful. He had a nasty temper, remember? I'm kind of frightened. I've been undead so long, I don't know what it's like to be really dead. I guess I'm going to find out.
Skinny dipping.
Ah, absolutely.
I
Ask
guess
about
I've been skinny dipping ever since. Care to join me?
Do you want to join her in the skinny
You know,
dipping?
I can't even remember the jerk's name. Just as well we didn't get married.
Well, it wasn't even that he wanted to get married.
You want
naughty
some
boy.
of my hair? Sure. Here, I've got plenty of it. How do you think I'd look with short hair?
So, how do you think that she would look with some short hair? I think I'd have to put something over my screen. I'd probably get banned by
Hey, we
Twitch.
got some points. Woo.
Woo! We probably get banned by Twitch or something like that.
Please, be careful. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you because
I
you're
love how
trying to
the
help
water
me,
is
you know.
dripping off the bottom of her boobs and stuff like that. Not necessarily. This game is intended to be. It's not. It would be fine. And I played Leisure Suit Larry yesterday, Mux. So, and that is intended. So, or so they say. It's a puzzle game with graphics. That's Larry, though, is more satire of it all. Exactly. It's not intended to be like a pornography game, but it is. Let's face it. It has some of it. So, but it is. It's more about laughing and making fun of yourself and puzzles. Definitely, finding the right pixel. It's not too bad. We tried these peppermint bark Oreos. Not too bad. And there's like several holiday flavors, but these aren't so bad.
Red velvet ones I thought were awful.
I don't like the red velvet.
Those made me
Have you guys ever tried red velvet Oreos? They're just like
You're in the northern part of the
very,
park.
very, very sweet. I like red velvet cake, but I don't like red velvet Oreos. But these peppermint bark Oreos are actually pretty darn good.
Okay, let's see if this we can get this to work, or if it's.
So, do we have the broom?
Yep. So we have we have little worms or hair.
Okay,
Lots of
so
hair.
it looks like her hair. Wispy green hair from the Rizolka.
Put this in the room.
You interweave the Rizolka's hair with the straw on the broom. And now we have a broom with Rizolka hair. You've woven some of the Rizolka's hair into the straw of the hand broom. It now feels somewhat heavier and stronger than its appearance would suggest. Interesting. So just that I thought hair was really light. I mean, I didn't think it would add a lot
You
of weight.
cast the reverse.
Maybe her hair is heavy,
Your weapon is now magically charged.
magically delicious. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You cast the aura spell.
Okay. Let's see if this works.
So what's the deal with casting the aura spell?
It protects me against wraiths.
That didn't do anything.
Got it.
Because they drain your...
You sweep the grave clean, but nothing happens. You seem to have made a grave error.
Way to go, Eden Ways. You made a grave error.
That didn't do anything. That didn't.
Here lies...
So
okay, I think I have
the
to
ra-
wait. I have to wait probably until night.
So do the wraiths come in the graveyard then?
There's some that can appear here. Generally, if you're paying attention,
Okay.
you generally see wraith burrows or burial mounds that appear
Your aura has evaporated.
appear
Oh.
in the middle of the night.
Do you want that crow,
You cast.
It's a hawk.
or do you want that hawk?
No, it's just for looks.
Well, I was sort of paying attention. I just didn't realize that the.
You are near the southeastern corner of the forest. You can just make out a strange-looking wooden house on a...
I didn't realize that the there was mounds on the ground that were these wraiths.
Well, we haven't found them. We haven't seen them yet.
That's why I don't know about it, people. Because I
no,
didn't.
you weren't listening to the game when we were talking to the gypsies.
Hi up. The gypsies. The dialogue is a lot. But there is a lot of dialogue. I mean, the one lady that's just sitting in the house with the boobs and she's knitting.
Your
you know,
order?
but her hands are elsewhere. I try to think. You know.
Boris's wife.
She's
Every
a-
sense tingles with
War is his wife.
instant sensory overload. Several of the skulls are magical, particularly the ones with the glowing eyes, and the hut itself is artifact-level magic. You know, the kind for which wizards go around challenging each other to magical duels.
Oh, what does this mean?
Yeah, what's new with you?
Do you need to save before you go into her?
Return of the Red Hot Lovers, eh?
Ah. Oh, that's my bad. Let's see.
You cast.
See. Oh, I'll fix that. Thank you so
You
much
feel
for
a
letting me
sense of
know that. That's
wariness
my
and
bad
more than a
typing.
little Baba Yaga.
Hat so true, glue his shoe.
You find your feet stuck again to the floor.
Oh, back so soon, Cookie Face. I hope for your...
We stuck to the floor.
Well, it is true that Gru Goo makes a lovely sauce for ice cream sundaes.
Okay, so I'll fix that. Thank you, Mux, for
Your
letting me
rever-
know that.
You asked Baba Yaga about a Dark One ritual.
So, you heard about that, huh? I found it in the hangman's tree some years ago. You're asking for trouble, I hope you know. Using the ritual for any purpose will only bring you grief.
Hang on a second.
It can be used in either one or two ways. Its main purpose is to bring a Dark One across to this world. However, a very powerful wizard could use it to send the Dark One back to its world.
Ah.
You don't qualify as a very powerful wizard as I see it.
Not yet.
Still, you want it, you got it.
Why should give just
Put the
give
know
ritual
what's-
away in your pack.
You know what's funny is that you don't speak back to these people. Like, you don't say something back at them. Like, to me, if somebody's talking to me and to engage, I always have to, like, talk to them back. And then, that's one of the things that's
What do you...
interesting.
I've heard that you were brought here by those up at the castle. They weren't too happy when you landed in the Dark One's cave.
We've heard this.
Instead of their spell, well, they just didn't...
I knew that. We've heard this.
Not
do
too
pay
bad.
Your reverse
Hero...
Okay, get out of here.
Oh, back so soon?
What did she give us, though?
We have one of the Dark One rituals now. Now we have two. of them.
Okay. So
So
buying her dark rituals, basically giving her sweets, and we come back each day.
we give her food,
your
and
order
she doesn't kill us.
Good point. Hey, that's
So,
how I feel when
I was able to
somebody
get the
feeds
good
me.
humor bar. Was able to get a spell, the hide spell. Was
Mm-hmm.
able to get that ritual because it was in the Hangman's Tree,
got it.
and so there's still a couple of other spells or rituals around. So we'll go back to the monastery and review the list again.
Can I? Press anything. Oh, headshot! Yay! We're just messing with our sound clips. The game sounds really kind of quiet. There's no sound, like no music sounds here at all.
Told me to turn on volume.
We have to have. I mean, you can have a little bit of the game music, the little bit of it. Yeah, I mean, before it was all the way at the top, but right now there's literally nothing in this section. Like, okay,
Well,
here
if
we go.
you'd stop talking.
Fight time. It's fight time. Is it fight time or no? Now, what kind of mythical creature is this one?
This is Wyvern.
Oh, this is the wyvern. Okay. Okay, now it seems like more. Okay.
You've whopped the wyvern. It now lies still like many of its victims before.
The wyvern has no place to carry treasure. This is one reason why dragon hunting is far more popular.
Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you get to here, the dashboard, so I can do just a few shout outs before I forget? And so you would just type the exclamation and then SO and then the S sign and do and you could scroll down or tab come down and you'll get the first one's Canadian Kitty right there, and then hit it, enter. We're teaching him how to do shout outs. And do another one and do Mux. Yeah, you could is and Yeah, okay. All right, now can you try to do Mux? We're going to teach him how to be a streamer one of these days, Mux. Enter. And then one more. Do SO. And then do add. Do cherry. There you go. And then SO again. And do puppets! Puppets! Hello! Welcome to Sunday! Yay! Yay! Hello, puppets, my VIP. How are you doing? All right, we're back. How's it going, puppets? It's Sunday again. Yes, it is. It's a regular Sunday all over again. So Puppets has been playing Overcooked 2. And Cherry Pie was playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I watched her play some of that. I know Mux, I think he's playing Portal.
Nikolai has
play
disappeared
Portal.
from his home. The last time I saw him, he said something about finding Anna. I fear he is
So they
dead.
don't
He's
know
dead.
that he does. Can we tell him he's dead?
He's dead.
I mean, every time we've talked to this guy, it's been
Tell
the
that
same
old man.
thing.
You tell about Anna's ghost and Nikolai.
Okay.
So that is why he was excited about Anna. He has gone to her, I guess. Maybe they will be together again.
They'll be
It's
together.
nice to believe so.
Yes, they're going to be together again.
Good day.
Together.
I went
Okay.
searching last evening to see if I could find Nikolai, but I found nothing. He was an old man and could not survive the forest at night. Of that, I am certain.
I'm imagining he died. I mean, he's an old man and he died.
He was a ghost.
You know,
We saw him as a ghost. That's
Right.
how we guys had.
yes.
Nikolai has not been seen in
But
some
he
time.
hasn't seen him.
He seemed so happy when last I saw him. He really thought he was going to see Anna. Perhaps he did.
He did. He did.
It's a ghost.
There was some talk of werewolves again when the townfolk
Werewolves.
realized that Nikolai was gone. But I stopped it. There will be no more of that here if I can help it. I will miss Nikolai. He was a good man. I've been looking after him for so many years. It will take some getting used to not having Nikolai around.
So, can I have his house pretty soon?
Yes, we need a place to live, and so since it's now unoccupied, in Skyrim you would have gotten his house. Just move on in. It's an abandoned house. Nobody lives there. We killed the guy
It's a nice
we,
place.
and then we move on in after we kill the demon that's in the basement.
I suppose you heard that the gypsy
Actually, we
didn't
don't
leave
kill the
after
demon
all.
in the basement. We
They
just
need
have
to
to
set
appease the
gypsy free.
demon.
No good will come of it. You
See what I
mark
mean?
my words. The man was clearly a werewolf.
Yeah, let me tell you about that guy's wife. Still picking hair out of my clothes.
Yes, we
Tell
danced
Olga-
with the wolves last night.
And we
And did we have our clothes on though? Because typically we would be like, you know,
First,
probably
select
shed
the item
and
you
be
wish to
around
put-
the fire and stuff like that.
Maybe we just pet the wolves.
Okay. You are carrying a hand broom, shopping bags, trail rations, pie pan, garlic, oil flash. We aren't carrying that, are we? Oh, we are carrying that, and when we buy, then we buy the materials from
Oil
her.
flask.
30 corks. Well, we could carry a lot of. Yes, I did. Well, yeah, because I talked to BE quite a bit, so I know his reasonings. I know what he's
both
thinking.
came back to visit me.
He's really
We had a lot to
concentrating-
talk about. He says he'll
For-
come
for
back
now.
again after work.
He's really concentrating on something,
This is
a career
such a
path
bad
he's
place
looking
to be.
into. And so, and he said it was taking a lot of his social time.
The
And
Gorgons
so he's going to
used
support
live
all
in
of
the
us,
castle
and
north
the
of
den will
town.
be there.
They left.
But
Yuri hasn't been the same. He's not doing much business at the inn either, except for those lazy excuses for
let me
fun
let her finish
that hang
talking.
out there, and an occasional visitor. He'd go broke.
okay. Anyway, so he's just taking a hiatus, and in the interim, he'll be supporting all of us and our stream dreams, and things that we are doing with our streams. He'll still be interested and be part of it. And he wants to play. He just doesn't want to be streaming. I think he just doesn't want to get caught into it again for a while. So, it is what it is. He's the reason why a lot of us met each other. So it felt like being unanchored. But he's been thinking about it now. He told me he's been thinking about it for probably about a couple months. And so I think it's not a surprise that he finally did decide to make that decision. So we love him anyway, so we would support him regardless, right? So, Puppets, what are your plans for like your next streams? What kind of games you thinking you're going to be playing? I mean, I know last month I was looking at an old video and we were talking, and last month you said that you had like a week of 5 different new games. Are you going to play some more of those games? Or are you going to find a long-term game? Have you been doing, how do you feel about like playing Fallout 76 on the stream? Do you think it's one that is well, I know it's well received, but how does it flow when you're playing it?
You attempt to have a meaningful dialogue with the cat. It says,
meow. 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 Hey, we got a sound effect for that.
Careful,
Let me
the
use
cats may
it.
explode if you touch them.
We had to do our own. So you
Perfectly
play.
content where they are.
Yes, we have a naughty bad cat of our own.
As my
I only
husband used to say,
don't let the door slam you in the ass as you walk out of it. I only played 76 that one day, and I haven't been back on since. And see, so you haven't played the game 76 since that one day?
Ah, so you are back.
Or you mean you haven't? I've been wanting to start Mario 3 or Link to the Past for a while,
Sausage
but
and
other
peppers
games
fried
are
with
getting
garlic.
more attention. We have a long-running game of Link to the Past that, who knows? And the new Spider-Man DLC came out. Yeah, that would be good, huh?
Oh, there's a specialty red version of the PlayStation 4
You unlock
Pro.
the door
It's
to
like
your
all
room
red.
and go in.
Costs like $700.
Is that for Spider-Man?
Yeah. It's like,
Whoa.
geez. I think there's some that are like cheaper, but still, it's like, holy cow.
And if you're a really super uber fan, that would be, cool, and that'd be one thing. But that's like forever, right? Oh, okay. He has the Spider-Man subscription. You know
The
what?
things they were talking about you, they said you don't wear hats.
He has a beard. Did you shave, Bladed? Do you still have a beard for November?
Not customer.
Don't say such horrible things.
I don't like hats. Hey, Inoue said it. So he shaved immediately. Oh, get out. Get out. You are an Uber. No longer. No, yes. You are always welcome. And he loves hats, FYI. Yes,
Trying to save
puppets.
yourself. Too late.
We conjured up a bladed eclipse.
What you should have done, well, you probably didn't have enough beard. You could have gone for the Chester A. Arthur look, where you shave this part, and then you get kind of the big mutton chops that go down here and up there.
I want to show you a picture of bladed eclipse.
Not too bad.
Little graveyard humor there.
Graveyard humor there. Igor come back to town after dark the other night. See strange, pretty woman standing near gate. She look like she looking for someone. Igor go up to pretty woman. Igor say, "Hey, baby, want to light my fire?" Little graveyard humor there.
So he didn't have much going
She
on
not
in
have sense of
here.
humor. She give Igor cold
So
shoulder and walk
from
off. Igor in
so
love.
Well, that's what I was talking about. That
Least
picture I've
reasonable
seen,
facsimile.
he's not wearing a hat, so.
oh, see the picture we're seeing. You're not wearing a hat.
Crypt belonged to Borgoff family. Used to be Boyars.
I hope you guys can see
Now
it.
only Borgoffs around here in Crypt, except last Boyar. Nobody
Ah,
knows.
he said he has too much gray in his beard to keep it.
Yeah, I'm working at it. Mine's kind of spotty, more on the sides.
His Edenway's gray is called
Maybe not so bad.
Mel.
Customers might complain.
Moving, kids,
Graveyard
jobs.
humor there.
Puppets, have you how long have you been
grave digging
bald?
not so bad.
Like that you just do the bald? Because I know I saw pictures. Like I watched that one video, that music video, and you had hair, like on top. Not that you don't probably have hair, but that you don't.
You have a hairy back. Huh?
You've been shaving it for. Anyway, you've been shaving for 3 years now.
Very
That'd be very interesting to see. If you have you ever thought to grow it? I mean,
So do you shave
You
every
push
day,
the
or
dark one
how often
sign
do you
into
have
the
to shave your
indentation
head?
of the door. It fits perfectly.
right before you met Bubbles. Okay. Oh, he'll answer you. I like your gray and your beard, Bladed. I thought you looked really, really like a
A
professor,
feeling of
kind
peace
of.
and tranquility.
I shave every other day, so it makes a awesome beard oil.
This is a dangerous
Really?
place.
Is that something you'd be interested in? Beard
Handle
oil?
with care.
Right on. I mean, there's
An
this one
incredible
guy. It's like
sensation of evil emanates from over by the book. That seems like an excellent thing to avoid.
good. We will do that. There's actually some YouTube channel I came across, like Beardsley or something like that. And so there's this guy that's I think he's about late 50s or something like that, and he just has this awesome looking mostly gray beard and stuff like that. And he talks about kind of like, you know, what he does to check it out, and he does use like some various forms of product and whatever, and to, you know, to make it look real nice, you have to put effort into it. So you have to then you put stuff into it, and then you have to maybe get heat it up briefly, and then comb it just right. And
What's it called? He wants to know what it's called.
Beardsley is
Beardsley?
the YouTube channel or something like that. Anyway, it's like I said, it's this guy with this really gray.
Go on
gray
here,
beard,
on the
so.
internet and see if we can get us a link here. So puppets, will you send me a link about your beard oil? I mean, not that I need the beard oil, but you know, there might be somebody on my Christmas list who could use that. Okay, what's his name?
No.
Just type. Why don't you type like
No.
beard? Beard growth.
Oh, Beard Brand. This might be it.
Okay, hold on. Beer.
What's going on, Internet? Eric Van Holtz here, founder of Beard Brand, and what you know about Beard.
Oh yeah, Beard Brand.
Beard brand.
So yeah, here
So we're
here
gonna
it
send
is.
you a link. Okay, go ahead and.
So it's this guy. Yeah.
okay.
So it's a variety, but
send a link.
yeah. So there's Beard Brand. There might be something else, but I mean, like over here.
Yeah, just parse. Oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna be
You're a dork.
I am a dork. But they didn't see that. Only we saw it. There you go.
So anyway, on that channel, there's this guy with this gray beard. Looks awesome. And so at the very beginning of November, he actually shaved it all off.
Really?
And part of it, we have to blame the wife. But part of it, he also wanted to show what it looks like to grow things back in. I mean, it looks like he has this just really awesome beard, but he shows when it's growing back in that some of the areas are kind of thinner and patchier.
Yeah, the old school side
That salt
part
and
skin.
pepper beard guy is hot as stuff. Yeah, he is a good-looking guy. I mean, it turns straight men gay, or want to be him. You know, it's like he's a really good-looking guy. When they were even shaving it, he still had the mustache initially. He kind of looked like Sam Elliott. So he's like, he's looking pretty good. And then they shaved off the mustache, and like, grow the beard back.
Yeah.
I'd be gay for him. It's not a big joke, but I mean, yeah, he's definitely looks really good with the
Yes.
with the big beard, and he's still
He
like I
looks
said,
like he
I
could
think
use
he's
a
about
place.
57 or something. He still has a lot of hair on top of his head too, so that also looks good.
Yeah. I like the guy with the plaid and the. So check out that link if you guys are
You
interested.
rifle through the Mad Monk's desk.
Yeah, exactly. Read it out loud.
Sound awesome
Boy, was
too
this
if we all sound like Sam
Reading
Elliott
this makes your head hurt.
or James Earl Jones, you know.
However, it
Well,
does give you
we'd be
some
badass
information
as
about
Sam
the
Elliott.
Dark
We'd
One
all be a
ritual.
pretty awesome nation.
It said something about the first ritual being
Yes, he does. He
placed
has a great
within the Mad
mustache.
Monk's tombstone.
Generally, I have to. I
There
do
to
trim my
be
mustache. I used to
forever
have the
guarded
part
by
where it just kept
followers.
growing thing, so it
The
started kind
second
of got that
ritual shall be
Nietzsche
placed in the
element to it,
stone
and so you'd
of
have to start
squids
parting it.
and revealed only by the
Otherwise, you
light
start eating your
of the dead
mustache.
Now, are there
child's
combs for
soul.
little tiny combs for
The
mustaches?
next
and
ritual
stuff
shall be
like
regular
that?
placed in the
comb.
hollow
Just a
of the
regular comb,
hangman's
but maybe
tree,
there's fancy stuff. Maybe
guarded
there's
by
stuff
the
you don't
spirit
know
of the
about.
dead
Let's see,
which
ritual,
remains there.
Hangman's Tree, blood ritual.
The blood ritual
Monastery.
shall be
Okay, we got
concealed
that.
magically within the monastery,
Mine's starting to get a
and
bit.
only he who
Yes,
willingly
Puppets is
seeks
starting to
dark
get a bit of a
visions
length.
shall find it. Mouth ritual shall be placed in the great arch itself,
So I think
under
Katrina
the
got
dark
that one.
one's side.
Ooh, they do make some fancy
And the
round
heart
tooth
ritual
combs
shall be
for
given to
beards and
someone named
stashes.
Gregor.
Cool. Thank you. I didn't know that.
Now there's another note on this page in another's handwriting. Gregor is missing in the forest and probably dead. Yet where is the heart ritual?
I don't know. Where is
Your rifle
I don't
said
know, Margot.
something about the first ritual being
Okay, one in the
placed
monk's
within
tombstone.
the
That's
mad
on the
monk's tombstone, there to be forever
it's on
guarded
the
by
swamp.
followers. The second ritual shall be placed in the stone of squids, and revealed only by the light of a dead child's soul.
Okay.
The next ritual shall be placed mouth. Now there's another.
It's one thing when I was first playing this and I realized like, oh cool, I have to go find all these rituals, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool.
So how many rituals have we found?
Two.
So there will be more rituals that we are going to get from Baba Yaga.
No,
No, we're
I
going
already tell you, if you're reading, there's one in the
Retrieve the
Hangman's
dark
Tree.
one's
Okay,
sign
got
from
that,
amongst
Okay,
the
because
so
door.
they're
Then
not.
Baba Yaga
That's
already
what I'm
found it.
trying to figure out. If we just, I was thinking it was kind of dull if we had to keep just going back to Baba Yaga to get one a day or something like that.
No. It's because she found it already in the tree. And so,
Gotcha. So now where's this ritual? Tell the stream, where are we headed?
to the cemetery.
Going to the cemetery.
So I'm going to try to
No.
raise...
Oh, hang on just a second. Let's permit puppets. He's sending us something.
Okay, just a second.
Let's do a... Okay, so we can stop the time. Just go to that. Type exclamation permit and puppets. You can space and at puppets. So puppets will get... You can go ahead and post your link now. We can maybe try to click on it and see if it... Yeah, I don't understand this silly thing. Hey, Belated, can you help me figure out why Puppet's link isn't... Here, let's just copy it. So just take it, copy it up.
Appear over here.
No. See, Puppets posted a link for us, and we were trying to get to it. Oh. Ah, okay. So there's a link to some beard oil, I think. There we go. Okay, we got it. That's really weird. I have to figure out why. Now that Stream Elements is much more back in the picture, because that's the only way I could get my shout-outs to work. And I don't know if it's doing that again. It's really more... Sorry. It's more tricky about the links and stuff like that, which is kind of silly in my opinion.
You cast. Your weapon is now magically charged.
Magically charged. Ba-ba-da-ba. That's what you almost need, a ba-ba-da-ba.
After some rest, you feel better.
Yes. Hey, how are you, Jeff? How's everything? Thank you for dropping a lurk for now. How's your football team doing? Or are you watching your team?
Was he the
or
one that was
watching-
going for the Cowboys? I
Yes.
think they played on Thursday and beat the Saints.
So
It was like
it wouldn't be his team then playing if it was Thursday, right?
They've already played.
Yeah, they would have played this week. But so which team are you watching?
Your aura has evaporated.
Is it okay that our aura evaporated? My aura evaporates all the time. Oh, okay. Hey, so puppets. That's awesome. Is this Jeff's emote? You know, he left, and in order to get to anything, cool. This is cool work. I'll have to add him to my list of fame. I also have to get Canadian Kitty spelled correctly, because I noticed I did that wrong. But that is just the way things go for me. So, thank you so much, Cherry Pie, for the shout out for Gaming with Jeff. Thank you for the shout out for puppets. You could shout out Bladed Eclipse if you want to. He was on just a few minutes ago. Yes, Bladed Eclipse, even though you are not streaming, we still shout you out because that's our way of saying we love you. Okay, let's go to events and no commands. Timer. I can fix this. I can fix this. Edit. I can fix this. While he is gone, I can fix this. He is back. He is back. He is back. Okay, submit. And go back to the console. Yes, so his tier 3 emote is pretty BA2. I don't know if he's uploaded it yet. Aha. Nice. I love these emotes. They're so awesome. I just don't have that. I've tried. I just don't do
After
that
some
great
rest,
of a
you feel
job.
better.
Of course, it helped to have Photoshop, and we do on the Mac. That's the Edenwaite's Mac, but I don't on my PC.
You can actually get the CS2 products. So I think it just depends if
What's CS2?
Adobe CS2 Creative Suite 2.
Oh, okay. And is that like the read-only giveaway kind of Adobe?
What happened is Adobe shut down their activation servers for that, so they made those apps available. Partly they just probably hope that, well, eventually they'll stop working. Like if you're
Are those the old ones? Old ones?
from a number of years
Would they
ago,
even run on my Windows 10?
That's what I just said. I don't know if they run on Windows
it.
10.
Got it.
I know they would not run on a modern Mac because those versions were PowerPC versions.
Mm-hmm. Or we could just let you do the design. Contribute to the channel, please. He says, I already do. I get up every Sunday for you and I play these games. Not every Sunday. Last 2 Sundays we didn't do them. It was very weird Sundays. Tell me about it. When you're used to doing it and we've been doing it for months on end, all of a sudden not to be on a Sunday stream, that was weird. But I was death warmed over. Edenwaite can tell you I was in a very bad place.
Now let's see if this works.
So you didn't know what to do. Aw, puppets. But I was hosting people. It's just not the same.
You have destroyed the untrue lover's
Yay!
ghost and avenged the
That's because we're
Rusalka's
so
memory.
buff and bold. If we
Nice
were
work
not,
if you can
then
get
we
it.
probably would have had a harder fight, right?
You sweep the grave clean.
Okay, good.
Peppermint Oreo cookies are the bomb, by the way. The bomb. So,
You feel
puppets,
it
what's...
And here is a wraith.
Okay, so did we cast an aura
You
spell?
cast the aura.
Okay. See? Paid attention. Looked like rocks to me. Did we just fight a wraith?
Yes, here's another one. There's several around.
Oh. So one of the wraiths was the dead spirit?
Yes.
And is this a dead somebody else that we know
Yeah.
of?
The wraith vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth.
So it's kind of like Dementors.
You see a raised mound of stones.
Well, no, it's true. It's kind of like Dementors.
Okay,
It
let's
brings
see
all
if
the
there's a
cold-
score.
The barrow contains treasure that the Wraith collected while it was alive, or perhaps more recently from treasure seekers less fortunate than you. You find
what
a
we get?
gold-studded tiara,
Ooh, yes.
6 gold crowns, 40
Yay.
kopecks, and a few old bones.
All
High
right,
five!
bones.
We got
Woo.
bones. What are we going to do the bones with?
Well, we made a pie with them.
Okay. Well, that was appetizing.
I don't think there's much use of the treasure, but anyway. Let's see how much money we have.
And it's my breakfast. You can believe it? Oreo cookies for
This
breakfast.
is why you get sick.
Okay. Let me read the ingredients of the Oreo package.
Crap!
No, wait a minute. Milk. Healthy. There's the go. Okay, so flour,
Feel a chill go
Flour's
through you.
health.
Here's another one.
baking soda, fructose syrup. Okay, cocoa. There's not really
You
any
cast
milk
the
in
oils.
here. I don't know what they
You're
make
wet.
the cream centers out of, but it's peppermint oil. There you go. That's healthy.
No, there's Oreos are pretty much just pure crap.
I'm gonna have a healthy breakfast. I mean, a healthy dinner. So it's gonna be spaghetti. I love spaghetti. It's very true. I do.
Wraith
I love spaghetti.
Vanishes
my
into
favorite food.
nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth.
He loves spaghetti too, but he
The
loves
barrel
when I don't put
contains
meat
treasure
in the
that
sauce.
The Wraith collect. You find a dagger, 38
Nice.
gold crowns,
Wow.
75 kopecks, and a few
Booyah.
old
Gore!
That's a nice haul. Okay, so we have a rule. We have to make
After
2
some
pots of
rest,
spaghetti. We have to make 2 pots of spaghetti sauce. This is or the meat has to be cooked separately on the side and re-added back in. Now, what he does like me to do is take green peppers. Do you have any green peppers?
I'd have to look. I mean, if not, I can get some later.
Good. So we need green peppers and onions and cook those up. And he puts those in his sauce. Now, are you going to make a homemade sauce or are you going to go canned?
I have some canned stuff.
You see a
You have canned, like
doesn't
Hunt's
say much.
canned, my cans, or
Both.
It doesn't.
There's some good stuff, and then there's the
Oh.
$1 stuff.
See, so he doesn't like that I like the not good stuff, and that he
carefully
likes
place-
the good stuff. Good stuff being
Well, there used to be the Mario Batali
or Mario Batali.
stuff, and there was a really good red sauce, but that's not made anymore.
You capture a few of the will-o-wisps in a flask.
So what I'm doing here is getting the will-o'-the-wisps,
Your
which
reversal spell.
which are the souls of dead children.
Souls of dead children. Aw. And that's what's going to work on the stone.
When you bring the will-o-wisp near the standing stone, glowing runes appear around a 6-pointed image. In the center of the runes, you can now see a small hole in the stone.
A hole in the stone.
An image of the sign. You cast the...
So if you're if you don't have magic, instead of the aura spell, you're given an amulet, which helps protect you against the wraiths. Otherwise, they drain you of your health real quickly.
I see. So you haven't really died too
When you
many
touch the
times,
Dark
though,
One
in this
sign to its
game.
image on the squid
But that's
stone,
because he knows what he's doing.
A V
Now, how do you know this?
O O Z. It's the name of the Dark One,
as you complete the name
which
of the
you
Dark
see in
One, you
the
feel a distant
monastery.
rumble under the earth. As
So
of
if
the
you didn't
earth
know, as
shifting,
long as you found the
or
name of
some
the Dark One in the
unimaginably
monastery,
huge
could play that
creature.
puzzle.
Part of the squid stone opens to reveal a small compartment. You reach in to find a scroll covered with mysterious runes. The symbol of the senses at
Now,
the top is the only part that you can make out.
Nobody sent you on a
You
mission
also
for
retrieve
this,
the
though.
Dark One sign.
Not yet.
which pulls loose from the
So
stone.
you're
with
kind
a
of doing
slurping
something
suck.
ahead of the horse.
A little bit. I mean, it's something you can do when you want. I mean, that's how I got into it. But eventually you are sent on a quest of, you need to find all these. And you're given only a certain amount of time.
And you know what would be great eating with? Berliner donuts with the cream filled.
You're supposed to be having something healthy. Remember being sick? So anyway,
There
we have the Will
are
of the Wisps.
milk in donuts.
We have go get some milk then.
No.
And stop whining. So anyway, we have the Will of the Wisps that if you don't release them by the time it's daylight, they die. You hear this poor scream.
Your order has evacuated. You release the willow
And I
wisps
think you'll
back
lose
into the
mana.
swamp.
Oh. Well, then by all means, we should probably release them, huh? Do.
You're in the southwestern corner of the forest.
I'm wondering if the result comes up at night. At night.
Did you hear that one of the producers of SpongeBob died this past
Yeah,
week?
the guy who started it, yeah.
Yeah.
Died at like 57.
Yeah.
Stephen.
You have a strange...
Yeah. I was
You
reading
did
that.
it, didn't you?
Oh,
I
boy.
felt you getting rid of my ex.
Could you get back in the lake?
Now I feel so strange. What's happening to me? What's going to happen next?
I don't know. That was the green lady in the lake.
See, she's looking a little skinnier there.
Horrible transformation has come over the once lovely Rosalka.
She needs to eat.
Decaying, putrefying flesh falls from her body as leeches feast on what remains. It seems impossible that she could still move and talk in this condition.
Oh, that's a sad thing. Wouldn't it be better just leave her that way?
What if I leave?
It seems more cruel to, like... Oh, okay, so it's something we did.
Yeah, it's because we fought the,
Her lover.
Hi. Sorry I didn't comb my hair before you got here. I tried, but it kept falling out. Guess I don't look so good, do I?
Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
I told you he was a jerk. Janos the jerk. I remember he even had bad breath. This may be our last goodbye, right? Well,
Doesn't
it
sound
was
like
nice
that.
having a true friend for a while. I'm glad I met you.
Is she gonna disappear?
I guess I'm
something
afraid
good?
of something. I didn't really want to die again. At least I go knowing that there was someone who really cared about me. I'll never forget you, even if I don't have long to remember you.
Her boobs are all
Goodbye.
saggy. That's terrible. Yeah, she needs to eat something, huh? Not exactly the
we're gonna see what happens if I leave and then come back, if she appears or not.
Oh, okay. Well, in her regular form, or is she gonna look like...
Still like this.
Aw, so she will remain like this now. Where she was voluptuous and stuff. Hello.
You have a...
Hello, kitty.
You did it, didn't you?
Oh, boy. Okay, well, it is what it is. The poor lady is now...
Kind of nervous. I don't really want to die, I guess. Still, I don't really want to hang around drowning people.
She looks like she's
I
had a
just don't
really
know
bad
what to
day,
do
you
or
know?
think. You're the hero. You figure out what to do. I trust you.
You might want to...
You want to kiss me now? Are you sure about this?
Really?
I mean, it is unlucky to kiss the undead, you know. You could wind up dead or something.
And it's also called necrophilia. It's a little bit kind of creepy. I'm just saying, it's kind of creepy.
You reach out to take the
The
once
tongue
lovely
or two?
Rosalka in your arms and kiss her goodbye.
Goodbye, baby.
You're sweet. You know that? Not many guys would do this for me.
Especially those teeth.
It's funny, isn't it? I always wanted to be kissed by a guy like you.
Not some dude with bad breath.
Well,
And not some dude
if I
with
gotta
bad
go,
breath. Exactly.
at least I
And a
get
jerk
my
that.
wish.
Why would she go swimming, skinny dipping with
Let's
him?
go, lover boy.
And then not worry about the other stuff. I mean, if you go skinny dipping with the man, usually the other stuff comes with it. I mean, am I right, ladies? Am I right?
Lake stretches out to the west.
A feeling of
Okay, he's probably had some extra points. He had 248 now.
So
Got
what?
some honor, I believe.
All right. But acrobatics, how do we get acrobatics? Is that
Generally, that's
something-
if you're a thief.
Okay, so that's not something that you worry about. Are there incidental points, like things that you do, or do you have to be that certain class of like thief, so then you can lockpick? But here you're paladin, so can you lockpick?
Welcome back, Crimson Kitty. Anyway, at the beginning of the game, you're given some extra points to a lot, and so if you want to add a skill you don't already have, you can. But some of the skills are given, like the thief gets acrobatics, the wizard has magic, things along those lines.
I see.
If you try to sleep.
Like here by the
this
lake.
would not be a good...
Probably not. But now she's gone.
No, she's gone. That's
So you can safely cross, anybody could safely cross the lake if they wanted to now,
but not gonna die.
and won't die. Got it. You should see Precious. She's over there playing with a ball or something.
She's cleaning herself.
No, I think she was playing with something else. Well, she's basking in the sun. I don't know where the little troublemaker is. She's somewhere in the house. So, Kitty, did I tell you what happened with the sound yesterday? The cat
A shiver of
kind of
cold.
pulled out the.
Okay.
Hang on just a second.
There is a spirit most foul which haunts the land.
Is that
Fart?
farting?
It hides in its barrel, far south of the graveyard. It guards a dire treasure, which will start to summon the darkness, and yet banish the darkness forever.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
So this is the
Defeat
guy
the
that would
wraith
tell you.
and claim thy destiny.
Okay, so that he gives you the hint of
Okay,
where.
and he kind of gives you the next task. Okay, so Chloe gets underneath my computer and probably
Yeah,
pulled the
move
cord
up.
out, and so the part of
So
the jack
Dimitri
of
says the gypsy didn't really kill Igor after all. Then there's that one about the Easter bunny.
what
You didn't hear? That foolish gravedigger fell into a grave, and he was trapped by his own
It's the mic
gravestone.
box.
He's summoned in a styrofoam cup.
Right. It's just lucky for Igor the stranger happened to wander by before he starved to death.
Okay, give
You
me
are
some-
all fortunate that the stranger rescued Igor. You would have burned an innocent man.
Well, I still think the gypsy's a werewolf.
Yes. So anyway, she pulled out one of the input cords.
So you found
slightly.
Igor in the grave? Whew. Lucky for old Ig you came along.
But
Otherwise, poor little Iggy would be dead.
Well, at least he had a decent burial.
okay, don't click on something, please. So yes, that's cats for you, right? They get into everything. Last night, I was telling the story about I told it early in the stream, but I'll tell because most of the people who are new here. Okay, so we put up our family Christmas tree, and we put on the lights, and we bought some new lights this year. And so the lights had some purple in them that the old strands of lights didn't have. And when I put the tree up, I had all the purple at the top of the tree and nothing near the bottom of the tree because all the old lights didn't have the purple. So I disconnected the middle strands and switched them around. And after I was done, it was about an hour later, I heard creaking on the tree. And sure enough, Chloe had climbed the tree and gotten into there, and then we were all laughing. But then after she did it about a couple more times, we weren't laughing. So yes, that's cats for you. Now I have the water bottle out ready to spray her if
Did
she
you hear that
decides
the
to jump up
gravedigger
on that
returned
tree.
to town unharmed?
Did you know that the gypsy has been released?
Were you aware of the fact that rumor has it that you saved both Igor and the gypsy?
It's an unwritten rule that cats are the final inspectors of trees. But it's an unwritten rule if I catch them near my tree that
get a fine
it is
meal
a
of
written
roast lamb
rule actually
garnished
that
with
I'm
red
going to
pepper.
spray it with a water bottle.
Liberally flavored with garlic.
It was very kind of you to aid
she's
Igor.
new.
Yep.
It has been a long time since we have had someone as heroic as you in Moldavia, yeah? Forgive us if we have seemed so unkind to you. It is just that we have lived so long in fear.
Did you give her the doll yet?
No, you don't
Okay.
give her. So
Oh.
now she's finally
The innkeeper's
Yes,
wife
I
is
get it,
sturdy,
and she's
but not
talking. Just a second. Okay. I don't mind so much when mine goes in the trees. It's kind of cute. The only issues is Pickles, that's a cute cat name, by the way, is probably like 10 to 12 pounds. Be like Precious. Trying to
Precious would be worse.
Precious would be worse. She weighs
13 some.
13 now. But
Kiss
she used to
Bella's
weigh
hand.
almost 18 pounds, and we got her down.
Oh.
17.
No one
was
has
almost
ever
18.
done that to me.
And so anyway, yes,
Don't
cats
know.
will bend the branches all out of shape. I'm on.
Oh, he kissed my hand, Yuri.
You better not kiss anything else.
Thank you so much for the shout out for Crimson Kitty, Cherry Pie, and for Mux. Pickles might be bigger. I haven't weighed him in a while. Well, we weigh Precious because she's on this very controlled diet. And so she gets weighed maybe every 90 days or so. But I think she just really wants so much to eat real food. But to be honest, she does get into Chloe's food, and that was one of the reasons why
I was
she had
very
weight
worried
plateaued
about
too.
the gypsy. It was just like those 3 old yentas to accuse the wrong man. Wait, I'm so glad the gypsy is free. I don't know if gypsies are werewolves, and I don't really care. As long as they don't harm anyone, they have as much right to live in Moldavia as we do.
Okay, Bella.
Don't you believe that, Yuri?
Do you want garlic on your food, Yuri?
Well, when you see your gypsy
Do you want
friends
food,
again,
Yuri?
you may tell him that Yuri and Bella will welcome him in town.
What? I didn't see that.
Now, I never said that.
Oh,
Backtrack.
but you meant it, didn't you? You are a man of your word, after all.
We know who wears the pants in the family now. Yes, Pickles isn't really fat. He's just massive. Well, Precious, she's losing weight.
Oh, that is right. We hadn't been properly introduced. Yuri, will you introduce us?
This is silly. You've met before.
Still, it would be nice to be properly introduced. Please, Yuri?
Okay.
This is Bella Markarov, my wife and keeper of the kitchen.
Fill her belly.
You introduce yourself in return.
I am very honored to meet you.
Say hi to everybody. Say hi, Precious.
I know.
She's like, no. But anyway, let me turn her. So she's kind of massive. Then she's really, very, very, very
Solid.
strong and solid. But she is losing weight. Because when I picked her up, okay, so what we did is we ended up pulling back. We gave her less food, and we have pretty much stopped the daytime grazing. That's what my vet told me to do. And to not allow her access to the other kittens' food. Because obviously Chloe's food is not diet, and it has a lot more calories in it. So she's not allowed to have it.
My
which
husband
she
Yuri
was not
doesn't like for
happy.
me to talk to strangers.
She is happy to have
he
the
thinks
kitten.
they may be dangerous. But clearly, you are not dangerous. You are a hero. We need a hero here.
Don't we, Chloe? Precious, we need a hero.
Oh, Yuri, I'm just saying how welcome he is in Mordavia.
Pickle's not fat, he's just husky.
Pickles isn't fat, he's drawn that way.
Always leave a swamp out for him behind the inn. He looks strange.
I don't think I've ever seen a picture of your cat.
But I think he is really a good
Penguin
person.
is a small cat.
He's always so polite to me.
I don't understand.
I'm not sure what he means by graveyard humor, though. At least he seems to enjoy himself.
So who's younger? Is it Pickles or Penguin? The interesting thing is there's always, in the dynamics I found of the cats, that typically
The gypsy has
the
returned
cat
to his
that
people,
is the
I
more
guess.
dominant
It
will
is a good
eat
thing for
more.
him that you were in town. Now that Igor is back here with us, perhaps someday I will welcome him into the inn. He was always so strange, and no one had anything to do with him. I never imagined I would miss him before.
I like Nikolai. Okay.
Okay, hang on. Anyway, so there's always like one cat that is the eater, and he or they eat the most food. They're the heaviest, and then there's the skinnier cat. And then what happens when the older cat dies, or the one that eats, the skinnier cat then has to, because usually, even the skinnier cats, the ones that beg for the food, but it's the big one that eats. So these are big cats. I mean, 12, 14 years old, and Pickles is only 3 to 4.
Age-wise.
In age-wise. I figured that now. And also it depends on the type of
It is a great
cat.
relief to me that the gypsy has been released. I had not been looking forward to watching him burn at the stake. No man should die so hard.
Now, notice that because we saved Igor, and so certain things change now in the town. So now Bella finally comes out, and we can start talking to her. And some of the additional dialogue, and they're not quite so suspicious.
Well, we'd have to save Igor, though. That's part of the storyline.
Pretty
right?
much, yeah.
I mean, you can't go without.
If you're a thief, or even the mage, you can spring the gypsy free and let Igor die, though. And you can still make your way through the game.
And the town will still talk to you.
Yeah.
Both are
Sometimes
pretty much,
I think sometimes it's they didn't cover that case well enough that sometimes it seems like, oh well, the gypsy's gone. But
Well,
of course,
Gypsy returned to his people, I suppose.
Yeah, that gypsy camp is somewhere to the east of town, by the shopping mall.
Penguin
I
is a
still
was a
think
shelter
the
cat.
punk was a werewolf.
Did you ever see him turn into a wolf?
Well, no.
We did. We danced with
Did he
him
have
the other
hairy
day.
hands and pointy ears like Leonard Nimoy?
Well, no.
He also
You see,
said,
it's all your fault, blathering on about those stupid, foolish folk tales. Why, we could have harmed an innocent man.
and they didn't care. They were
I
ready to
knew
hang
all
him up.
along. There's no such thing
Burning.
as werewolves.
Okay, hang on. Both are pretty much mutts. Penguin was a shelter kitten. Pickles was from a barn colony, so nearly feral. How would people in a fantasy game know who Leonard Nimoy is?
They're
That
just
one's
improv.
yours, Edenway.
They're just improving the.
That was the thing. This was not part of the script. Some of it is that they just added it in while they were doing the
Voiceovers.
The voiceovers. They just ad-libbed, and people said, oh, "Okay, fine, use it."
Well, Gravedigger returned to town safely, and he can get back to his job overcharging us for those Fakakta gravestones.
Yeah, he's even got full medical and dental.
See?
After all, the gravedigger was at work all the time, so to speak.
Every once in a while, they'll do the lines, but otherwise, they just ad-libbed, and they said, "Oh yeah, well that sounds better than what we were doing."
Well,
Let's
things
just
ought to
take it."
settle back to abnormal now. What with our little buddy Igor returning and all.
We can go back to being open and forensic.
Oh yeah.
And as always, suspicious of strangers.
Now that I believe. The friendly and open part, I'm not so sure about. They didn't direct.
Oh, that's awesome! Did you see that real quick? She's lifting weights.
Oh, they didn't exactly throw out the welcome mat when we first got in. I'm going to talk to that one dork. Is he
Later.
Okay, so later. Speta.
Punny bones. Oh, we can light our candle.
How many times have they canceled your role playing
the
now, Kitty? Is he sick still? I mean, you said something about, yeah, but that was an old situation where you said one time you gave your idea. Ooh,
There's a letter on our
Do
chest.
we need garlic?
Oh, sure, let's get some.
You take a clove.
Hang on just a second. So
Someone
you
has left
said
a
a
note
while
for you on
back you
The note reads,
gave an idea,
"Please meet
and
me tonight
they.
outside the town gates. I will be waiting."
Well, that's true too.
It's signed.
I mean, if
Your friend
at least you can
Katrina.
take the day to get well. But I was thinking that you said that you gave an idea and the guy dismissed it out of hand, and then you saw that he had posted like he was trying to do something to your storyline that you didn't agree with. You know, is this the same thing we're talking about? 7 Seas? Yeah. Okay.
It's 2 days.
Well, you probably, especially when you're not feeling well, you might be more confrontational. So it's probably a lucky thing that
A voice from behind the door.
he canceled, in my opinion. You know what I mean? For
You
those
have
who
just
are lurking
gained
and
the paladin
watching, and you
ability
know who
to
you are,
sense
I just
the
want to say
presence of
thank you so much. I love
Did I
all of
tell you
you
about the
so
time there was
much.
this guy walking
His
into
new
an inn with this
idea
big
is not
Necrotor following
actually
him?
not horrible,
He goes
but
up to
we'll
the
see how it
innkeeper and
works
asks
out.
for some stew to eat.
I'm still
The
unsure
innkeeper
about
looks
staying in
nervously
the
at the
show.
Necrotor and asks the
I
man
can
what his
understand
pet
how
will
you
eat.
feel.
And the guy replies, anyone he wants.
But it
Not bad, eh?
has to be all your guys'
And
opinion
the
because
gnome,
it's
the
all
good
your
humor
guys' all the
What's
team's
this?
show
You trying the
too.
old hot pepper bar on me? Hey, I'm the professional kid. Don't try this at home. Not on a gnome, anyway. Hey, it looks good, though.
He eats the good humor bar.
Yeah, he's the GM and the host, and I get
Pretty good,
that.
actually.
But I mean,
I feel funny.
if you drop
mean,
out,
Really funny. What was that thing?
then he has to replace you with someone
tell the
else, and
gnome
this
about
is
Baba
like
Yaga
a
and the
specialty
good
thing,
humor
right? I mean, not everybody's gonna
Thanks,
join
pal.
this
Guess
kind
this
of group.
joke's on me. This jester just can't thank you too much. You're my hero, Nero. My main man, Stan.
Thank you. Is he supposed to be funny?
Yeah.
You know?
He's gonna have one more performance and he's better.
Yeah, I think
So
he
you
said.
got by with a pie, aye? My. Always knew the way to Baba's heart was through her stomach. Probably someone she ate. You know what they say about cannibals? Always having a few friends over for dinner. I've seen heroes come and go, and you're certainly one of them.
The chair has been upholstered with a comfortable-looking thick leather seat.
I think you mentioned that you said Mux told
Walk over
you
to the chair
wait
and
and
sit
see.
down. A
And
loud and
probably
rather
that's a good
embarrassing noise
idea.
causes you to
Don't ever want to do
Trying to-
something like without putting some thought. I mean,
braided,
maybe
circular
you do.
rug.
I don't know, but I
It makes the
don't.
perfect cap to
Putting
I
some
am
thought
so
into
happy
it.
that it
and
reminds
seeing-
me of the time Dimlit the dwarf came across a magic ring in the bazaar in Shapir.
He rubbed it, and lo and behold, out comes a genie. I will grant you 3 wishes, said the genie. Well, for my first wish, I want a purse that's always filled with gold, says Dimlet. So shall it be done, said the genie. There before Dimlet appeared a purse. He turned it over, and a pile of gold spilled out on the desert sand. Again and again he turned it over, and more gold covered the ground. Master, you do have 2 more wishes left, said the genie. Oh, that's right, said the dwarf. Well, give me 2 more of these. Let me tell you, I'm every bit as happy as Dimlet was.
Okay.
You know what they say about humor? If you don't got it, you won't get it. And if you don't get it, I'm sure someone will try to explain it at great length.
Well, that's the truth.
A flying rumor never has any trouble making a landing. I heard that the shopkeeper's husband left her because she was such a scold. She was a person who was quick on the floor. When she wanted his opinion, she gave it to him.
Did you see I fixed it, Mux? If you look now, you'll see that I updated and fixed the typo.
Do you know why gnome jokes are so short? So that they won't go over the dwarves' heads. There's no point in telling a dwarf a joke with a double meaning. He won't get either one. Judging from the expression, what you don't know can't hurt you, dwarves are practically invulnerable.
Almost like the worst typist ever.
Of course, far be it from me to say that all dwarves are just plain dumb. Most are pretty greedy, too. Dwarves get their money the horde way. They won't even spend the time of day. Dwarves don't care how people treat them, as long as they do. Of course you know what you got when the singing dragon fell into the dwarf mine. A flat miner. And on that note, let's change the subject.
Is it really supposed to be funny?
Well, now that I'm back in the funny business, it's one more show and I'm back on the road. I'm going to show these yokels that he who laughs last just didn't get it.
Is that what it is? I just didn't get it. I just didn't get it.
Some people spread happiness wherever they go. Others, whenever they go. Fortunately, you are the former. If you was the latter, you'd probably have a few rungs missing.
We got the rubber chicken from him, but...
is that all we wanted was a rubber chicken?
The window is closed, mercifully obscuring the stone wall next door. The window is... It's too...
Do we get
Before
the jester
you blow,
hat?
Joe, I figure I owe you one. I'm gonna let you in on a secret only
This is why you have to
gnomes know. I'm gonna tell you the ultimate joke.
Is he gonna unzip his pants?
Don't wince this. This is straight, mate. You tell this one, and whoever hears it is gonna laugh. Really laugh. Can't help it, can't stop it kind of laugh.
Okay, we're gonna laugh,
Only
people.
works once and should only be used in last
We're not gonna
resort.
laugh.
It's the last laugh, so to speak. The best jest to the west. Yours for the telling.
The gnome tells you a rather silly joke. You find yourself laughing despite yourself.
Okay, only we
See
know what
I
it
mean,
is.
Gene? Tell this joke to a big bad dude that's out to do you in, then exit while he's laughing. Use it or lose it. Bye-bye, birdie.
Bye-bye.